All right, let's jump right in. We're going to tackle a really fascinating and honestly pretty radical idea today from our source material. What if growing old, at least your mind growing old, isn't something that has to happen? What if it's actually a choice? So, this is really the big question, isn't it? Our bodies age, that's a given. It's just biology. But does our mind have to? Our curiosity, that spark, our sharpness, does all of that have to fade away too? Well, according to the source material we're looking at, the answer is a resounding no. The source has a name for this whole societal pressure. It calls it the aging program. Think of it like software we're all running. From the time we're kids, we're basically programmed with this belief that there's a mental expiration date. We're just taught to accept that eventually we're going to become obsolete. And this programming apparently happens in stages. It kicks off when we're teenagers, right? Everyone tells you to grow up, putting you on the straight, linear path. Then, as adults, we're surrounded by stuff with built-in obsolescence, which just reinforces the idea that things are meant to be replaced. And it all leads to this bleak endpoint for our careers, where the accepted wisdom is just retire and, well, fade away. So here's the choice, laid out plain and simple. You've got the old way of thinking on one side. You work till you're worn out, you retire, you have a little bit of fun, and then that's it. But on the other side, there's this new ideal. And it's not about winding down. It's about life and then just more life. Okay, so how do you uninstall this aging program? Well, the solution is all on you. It's not something someone else can do for you. It's about making an active, conscious choice to constantly seek out new things, new thoughts, fresh ideas, tough challenges. You have to keep feeding your brain. So what does that actually look like day to day? The source gives us 3 really solid, practical steps. First off, never retire. I mean, if you love what you do, why on earth would you stop? Second, document your life. Keep a notebook, a journal, something that tracks your journey. And third, and this one is huge, mentor the next generation. Teach what you've learned. Share that wisdom. And this quote, this really hits home, doesn't it? It completely flips the script. The goal isn't to be physically young again. The real prize is a life tacked with interesting, dynamic experiences. Who would trade all that wisdom and all those memories just to go back? And if you want a real-world example of this philosophy in action, get this. The source talks about their 95-year-old friend. This guy is still driving, has a girlfriend, reads a ton of books, and he absolutely knows his purpose in life. He's not just existing, he's living. He's fully engaged. And this all kind of gets summed up beautifully by this piece of wisdom from Louise May Alcott. It's all about that balance, right? Making every day both useful and pleasant. That way, you're not just living long, you're living a successful life with very few regrets. Okay, so when you boil all this down, what's the one big idea we should really take away from this? What's the main takeaway? It really comes down to this incredible, powerful paradox. Plan your life like you're going to live forever, but live each day like it's your last. Have that long-term vision to keep growing, but also have the urgency to make today count. And honestly, that's a philosophy that works no matter how old you are.